I don't know. The wife teaches Lacey.
Anyway, so I updated my
samples.
sample.
Yeah.
The monthly plus my
Joint
my own joint brochure.
Yeah.
Plus my own joint brochure and my business card.
Something I don't know if you have.
What's that?
I love the size of that.
I bought the bigger size.
I mean, I have
only,
only-
but is that too big? People are just gonna talk to you. And I put the sample inside of itty bitty triangle one, so if it melts.
That's real.
Like, that's real random, but okay.
I'm getting very done today.
Just pull some more chairs from the table. Just leave that on the table.
I've been doing that. Because I have a free sample bin and.
What did I miss? That's what something.
No. See you.
You're just so
Huh?
sweet.
Yeah, we'll just pull those from the table, and then there's a couple on the front porch. We're good. Thanks, baby.
Here you go.
Have a good day, work.
How sweet is that?
No, we have a birthday party here tonight. So that's
I was like, oh my God.
for
you for hosting this. Thank you so
Oh,
much.
You're so sweet. Thank you so much.
I love fresh flowers.
I just like
that better.
Oh, that's so sweet of you.
Hey.
Yeah, Tommy.
Yeah, okay.
I'm gonna leave them right here.
There's
There's
another
another
carnation.
carnation.
Sarah. You need to go over here.
Somebody else come in, we'll move.
Pull that bench from the table. Just scooch on in wherever. I already started our broadcast, so we're like broadcasting really nothing right now. But that's all right. It'll be all good. Playback's always fun on my live broadcasts. I'm sure people are like, and then I just said crap on my broadcast.
Are you live?
It is. Yeah, we're live. Somebody's watching. I don't know who it is. Somebody is. Okay, for those of you who have never been to my house, just make yourself at home. There's always a pot of coffee going, and the door right under the coffee pot is where you will find the cups. So feel free to caffeinate at my house anytime. We did caffeine at this house. Okay, so I'm so excited you guys are here. I know that it seems like a rather small group here considering we have like hundreds and hundreds, but that's because our group is now in 35 states.
Yay!
I am so excited about that. My goal from the time I wouldn't say from the time I started Scentsy, from the time I decided this was a legit business, which that was about a year's difference in there, but my goal was to have someone in every single state. So we're getting closer and closer and closer. We're in 35 states. I'm so excited about that. So that being said, our local group is actually kind of small because we're spread out all over. We have a huge group in Washington. We have quite a group in Texas, a little group in Arkansas. So some of those groups are actually meeting today at people's houses and are streaming this live.
Awesome.
So we have little mini meetings going on. So that's super fun. So I'm glad you guys are here. I do want to take a second, since we are local, I like all of us to get to know each other a little better. And I know some of you may not have met each other yet. By the way, I am Jamie Collins, if I have not met you yet. I'm your fearless leader.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
I'm sorry, Delinda, did you come unprepared?
No, I'm searching. I think I must have dropped in the car.
I'm a little worried because of all my people.
I know.
She's like, you got your
I'm sorry.
Because of all my people to not be prepared. I cannot believe
I got a purple alligator notebook. I don't know where it is.
it's probably your car.
That's right. I didn't bring a new catalog, so there you go.
Okay.
Well, I got you covered on that. Oh, I got you. Okay, so my name's Jamie Collins. I joined in October of 2008. So October will be 8 years. I'm dumbfounded by that because I've never held a job that long. No, that sounds bad. I never got fired from a job. I just got bored, and so I quit. And then I do something else. I've been a barista. I've been a hairstylist. I've been a teacher. I've worked at a craft store. Whatever. But stayed with Scentsy for 8 years, and I think the reason I have stayed with Scentsy for so long is because I never know what's coming next. You know, I get to travel a lot, which I absolutely love. Sometimes I'm leading meetings like this. Sometimes I'm doing a home party. Last night I was online doing a Facebook party. So I never know what's going to be next. So I think that kind of feeds into my sense of easy boredom, I guess you would call it. So one thing I want you guys to share is just how long you've been with Scentsy, and then I want to know kind of why you do this. And I don't need your big heartfelt story. So here's my why. I started selling because I wanted to buy fun stuff at the mall, like clothes and shoes. And then once I realized it was legit, I wanted to quit my job and stay at home. And now I keep doing Scentsy because it gives me freedom for 2 reasons. Financial freedom, it pays my bills, and scheduling freedom. If you guys don't know, most of you know this about me, I do lots of mission trips. I'm leaving next Saturday for Peru. This is one of the few jobs that allows me to just pack up and leave. So financial freedom and scheduling freedom is why I do Scentsy now. So Jen, just name how long you've been in and why you're doing this.
Okay, I'm Jen. I guess I reinstated a couple years ago. And I would say I started for the money. Because of you guys.
Oh. Yay. I shouldn't have asked that. That was my answer.
It's okay if you have the same answers.
I'm Nikki, and I have been with Scentsy since March of 2011. I started because I saw the caring philosophy of this company with Orville and Heidi, and because of their charitable cause, Warmer at the time was for autism. And I stay now because that has not changed. Even though we've grown and grown and grown, it's still a family. And then the most important part I say is because of all of you. Yeah. Warm fuzzies. Love it.
I'm Delinda, and I joined in August of 2010, so it'll be 6 years at the end of August.
Yay!
And it was an answer to prayer because we were struggling so bad financially, and my daughter had a home party, and it just was like, hey, I could make some money. If I could make even a telephone bill, I would be blessed. And so I did, and it's changed my life, and I cannot list all the reasons I stay.
You were somewhat of a celebrity this last week.
I know.
If you guys did not hear, Heidi mentioned Delinda from stage during her keynote.
Yes.
So I know you're kind of like me in this way. One of the reasons I love this company is the recognition that they recognize people for their hard work and little things like that. I know it sounds silly, but that I would have liked been.
Okay, well, I kind of wondered what was going on because at the Wild Horse Saloon the night before, she hugged me and she goes, okay, I gotta ask you a question. And I said, what? And she goes, Lida, right? Is how you pronounce it? And I said, yes. And she winked and smiled. So I thought, okay, she's gonna say my name sometime. I just have this feeling, but I don't know why. And so, but you know, or I told Van, I wonder if she's asking for a reason, you know, but she did.
That's so funny.
I'm Rachel. I've been in Scentsy February of 2012. So coming up on 5 years. I know. Surprise, surprise. I started because most like everybody, we needed extra finances and everything. So, but I've stayed because I really have enjoyed the outlet and getting to know people outside of my scope of friends and family. So.
I'm Lindsay, and I joined in February 2012. Like leap year, so I've been in like a year, 2 years.
No.
I really can tell you right now. Probably the extra money.
You just wanted to be cool like all of us.
Yes, yes. Actually, a friend of mine, Darla, who's still on, she joined and she was like, oh, you need to. I was like, why not? But I do say, like, since you could go away tomorrow, or I love the product, that sounds bad, but it's the people. Like, I love my children, but getting away from them sometimes is great. Okay, Karen.
Okay, so interesting perspective since you're here. I want to know, let's see, what would be good from a kid's perspective? What change has been in your family since Mom started Scentsy?
Well, she didn't really work before, so I guess she just works more.
Is that good or bad?
It's good. And I like going around to meetings and stuff. It's fun.
That's awesome. We're glad to have you with us.
I'll be joining in 2020.
So future Scentsy consultant right there. I love it. I love it. And she'll be like your rock star recruit. Yes.
Well, she's all after the bling ring.
Oh,
Little star. I told her, I said, bring your recruit, it's yours.
There
She's
you
been
go.
working on it, she's been trying.
there you go. Awesome.
And I'm Julie Needham. I'm actually from Kansas City.
Awesome.
Yes.
You drove down here just for this?
I did. I
Wow.
absolutely did.
Awesome.
you get a
Yes.
gold star.
Welcome.
Thank you.
And she's hosting us all at her house next year at reunion.
Perfect.
That's what I said. I've got the end. You just tell me which one to do. We'll get it all planned. We'll start early.
I love it.
We'll end it late. I'm just telling you, I know all good spots.
Oh, you're a source for next year. You're a good source for next year.
Oh, absolutely. There are because I was actually born and raised in Independence, which is just outside of Kansas City. So I got the scoop.
So
Whatever
you're on
it
the
is.
Missouri side.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
So wherever you want to go, we got
Awesome.
casinos, we
Yay.
got Zolas,
Yay.
we got
Oh, Fazolo is still in this happy.
we got
Scope those out.
awesome barbecue. We've got lakes that you can rent boats on.
Oh,
You know.
How big's your place before the reunion?
Well, and see, that's one of the reasons that in the next year I feel I need to make like $1 million so that I can remodel the house.
Hey, maybe you could work it in as a tax write-off.
There you go. See, that's what I'm thinking. I can
Come on.
make it into a B&B and then,
Yeah.
yeah, it'll be
For
great,
real.
great, the whole thing.
You got to figure it out. How long have you been in?
I have been in since March.
Oh,
This
you're
year.
great.
Yes.
I'm so
And
excited.
it's Lindsay's mother.
Yes, and
Oh, for real?
She's what got me in it.
You got a great sponsor.
Yes, absolutely.
You
Well,
got a great sponsor.
just kind of a quick story is she knows like for years and years and years I wanted to stay home and it was just not feasible. And so when she had kids and she said, I'm staying home, and I thought, this is awesome. And I tried a couple of different things and every time I come down, she said, you need to go to a meeting. You need to go to a meeting with me.
It sounds like AA. Come to a meeting. Come to a meeting.
Yes. Well, and it was so funny because one time that I came down and she said, I'm going to beg you about going to a meeting again. She said, you need to get in this. And I said, honey, you wouldn't be my child if you weren't still asking me. So.
And Julie's been like in the top 10 ever since she joined. So
Awesome.
And so she totally made a trip just for the meeting.
Yes.
I love it. I do. No pressure on me to have a good meeting today.
No, it's just like I said, everybody's been saying it's about the people.
Yeah.
But I think that there's a huge value in that. I am one of those people that I like the one-on-one. The internet is great. I'm not dogging it, but there's something about that one-on-one and having. In fact, it was interesting. I was talking to a gal in church a couple of weeks ago, and we sat down for a meeting, and I said, what happened to us when we're growing up in grade school and junior high? We always had our girlfriends.
Yeah.
And then we got married, and all of a sudden, we don't have that outside contact. We have our spouse, we have kids, it's kind of like, what happened to our girlfriends?
Yeah.
We need girlfriends again. And she goes, oh, I'm so with you.
So she's your recruit?
Exactly.
Who's your next person?
Yes, absolutely. Well, and that's it, because we're working on a women's ministry, and I'm thinking, this is perfect. This is the perfect outlet. It really is. So, yeah. So I'm very excited to be here.
Well, thanks for coming down and welcome to the team. That's so exciting. All right, Miss Angie.
I'm Angie, and I actually live in Meeker. It's about an hour and 40 minutes from here.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yes.
And I joined in February 2010. And I joined just to have my own party so I could get my own Scentsy. Yeah. And then I stay because now it's extra income for us to be able to, we're remodeling our home and doing a little bit of traveling. And my husband isn't working right now due to back injury. And so it's allowing us to do all the stuff we're needing to do
Awesome.
with just my income. So
Isn't that
yes,
nice?
I love it. And I stay because of that and because of all, I went to Reunion 2 years ago and I met Lauren and we kind of became friends and I got to hang out and Lindsay and I got to kind of hang out with them and it was nice just to have that extra outlet to meet people.
We missed Lauren this year.
I know.
I really did. We gotta get her back. She's had so many issues.
Sorry, that was my dad. Silence. Family, gotta love it. That's why we do this, right? That's why we do this. Okay, now I gotta get that set back up again. As always, I'm having technical issues. You guys are used to that with me. So, and I forgot to print off my notes, so now I'm like toggling back and forth between my notes on here and there we go. Okay, so I know some of you guys were at Reunion and you might have a catalog with you, but who does not have a catalog?
Sarah's working right.
Oh,
You got a catalog before anybody else.
That's
right.
Okay, so what we're gonna do, I'm gonna get a stool because I ain't standing for this whole thing. I had my stool, but the camera took it.
I'm seriously like totally digging this new catalog.
Isn't it? It looks amazing. I
I didn't at first because I didn't think it looked like fall and winter. But
That-
once I got
yeah.
in and started looking, because I made a little quiz for the team, there's a lot of things that pops out at you that you wouldn't have thought.
You
before.
would normally see
Right,
like
you would
the-
normally.
And that's exactly what we're gonna talk about. So we're gonna do a catalog walkthrough together right now. And I'm gonna share the things that, of course, stand out to me. And for those of you who use my catalog walkthrough online as training for new downline, I have already filmed it. I just haven't uploaded it. So know that that's done as well. But we're just gonna kind of do that together. And you guys pop in and jump in anytime. While it looks like a classroom type setting here, that's just for the video purposes. This is like a big family circle. So, but you guys are exactly right. I love how this looks like a magazine. It's no longer like a buy my product. It's like, oh, cool, look at this fun stuff. So I absolutely love it. This character just totally cracked me up. Like I totally agree. And I don't know that anyone that's a non-consultant would even like look at that. I mean, really. But I just love how that is. And this, our love list. I mean, how many of us look through Glamour magazine and it's like, what to buy this season? This is exactly that. So I think that's super fun. And this, when I'm doing a catalog walkthrough, this back part always flips out on me. Okay, so as we keep going, one thing I loved on page 4, we've never had a table of contents before.
Yeah.
I absolutely love this because now we're getting to where we have a handful of different products and maybe someone's interested in just the diffusers. And instead of me going, oh, it's on page, I can guide them to the table of contents and we can easily find together where they need to go in there. On page 6, okay, here's what's super fun. Do you know how many times we're gonna get asked, do you guys sell nail polish?
Yeah.
Like really? But again, any question that you get is always a conversation opener. So if someone's asking me, do you guys sell nail polish? No, but we are in the business of fashion. We're in the business of home fashion. And you can totally take it into a conversation about that. You know, we have all these different colors for your home and you can, I have customers that pick their wax based on the color.
Me too.
I think we probably all do. And so that's a great opener into that if they start asking about that. I love the fact that they put this big crafted in Idaho because how many times do you guys get asked if we're made in America?
Yeah.
Now, of course, our warmers are not. They're made in China. But we can instantly hit on this that our wax and all our fragrance products are made in America. So that's a big deal, I think. Let's see, as we keep going, I'm curious about this with the wax drops. Some of them are drastically larger than the others. I wonder if that's going to affect sales. That's just, I wonder. Because like
Not as prominent.
yeah, like on page 11, the Silver Bells is teeny tiny, but Cozy Fireside is like in your face.
Yeah.
Cozy Fireside. So I wonder. Okay, so at the bottom of page 11, they're doing the scent mixes again. So that's fun. I love that, someone can be like, oh, you can mix these? Well, of course you can mix them. So maybe they'll do the ones listed here, maybe they won't, but we have a warmer that encourages that too that we'll talk about in just a minute.
Well, and it also sparks interest in other, like, mixes, like,
Yes.
you know what I mean? So you could say, well, Eskimo Kiss and Very Merry Cranberry are great together, and they're also great with,
Yes.
and there's your 3-pack.
Easy
or
upsells,
whatever.
yeah. And it's really fun as a hostess gift. I've always said I was going to do this and I never have, to print off cute little recipe cards or whatever. And it doesn't even have to be a hostess gift. Why not make that your business card, really, is some recipe cards with your info on the back. So that's another great idea as far as recipes go. And some of the best recipes that I found out were just by chance, like I only had 1 cube of this and 1 cube of that left, and I throw them together, and I'm like, oh heavens, that's delightful. So,
I haven't done a recipe in my whole life.
I haven't either.
I don't know. I just can't.
Okay.
I can't run this one.
Let me tell you the paper done, and it sounds so weird. I call it man candy. It's Mystery Man or Business Casual with sugar cookie or vanilla bean buttercream. Just one of those masculine scents and one of those sugary scents. I'm telling you, girl. It'll change your world.
Okay, say it again, Mystery Man.
Mystery Man or Business Casual, just one of those strong cologne scents,
Right.
and either a sugar cookie or a vanilla bean buttercream. But what's great with your mixes too is you can make samples that are mixes, and when you sample it, it encourages them to make multiple purchases.
Yeah.
So whether if you're using the molds, just pour a little bitty bit of one, let it harden, pour a little bitty bit of the other, and you can have a layered sample. Or if you're using the felt, whatever shape it is, just dip half of it in one and half of it in the other. Spice Dawn will make samples that's like 4 different fragrances.
Yeah.
She'll get the felt ones like a flower and do each little petal a different fragrance. And she can sell a 6-pack right there because of all the different fragrances on that sample. So use that in marketing.
Speaking of
Try
which,
them first of all, Delinda.
the
I've
new
got
wax,
some that I'm not fond of that I can mix something with and maybe like it.
Well, there you go.
the new wax molds are awesome.
Are they? I didn't get any of them.
I made up the new
The logo.
World Traveler
Oh yeah.
last night with the new
Oh,
stuff.
can
and
we
the
just talk
logo
about World
one
Traveler?
is-
Yeah, it lasts forever.
Oh my gosh, the World Traveler is.
I can smell it in my garage.
Yeah.
And when I first put it in, it was a light. It was just very subtle, and I thought, oh, this isn't going to be that strong. It's lasted all week long.
Yeah.
Well, I can just know.
So, for those of you who don't know, we have a friend that's Haitian that lives with us, and he his bedroom's out. I cut my office in half and made a bedroom out of half of it. So it's my office and his bedroom, but the wall is just a curtain, so all the fragrance mixes. And last month I put in the strawberry swirl, and he was like, "Oh, different." And I put in World Traveler last week, and he was like, "Oh, it's good." It's good. He liked it. Okay, I'm gonna jump to page 16. Speaking of man candy.
Oh, he's so cute.
Jennifer's not digging it.
No, he doesn't do it for me at all.
Oh my God.
Do you follow him on Instagram?
30 years younger.
If you see him without his shirt on, he might do something for you.
I can't get past the fact that his hair is longer than mine.
Oh, but he pulls it back a lot. I'm okay when he pulls it. I don't dig long hair either, but anyway, if you like the man candy, his name is Trevor Holmes, and he's an up and coming music artist. He's on Instagram. He's all over
And
the
he
place.
has a fabulous voice.
He does,
He does.
and chest.
Yes.
And he's shirtless in a lot of his Instagram posts.
He's lucky I'm not 30 years younger.
I made a quiz, catalog quiz.
Yeah.
And one of the questions is how many times is he in this catalog?
He's in it a lot this time.
Yes.
Which of the ladies,
What's the
which of the girls do you think he's gonna marry?
Wow.
Which of the girls you think he's gonna marry?
Yeah, how do you know all his daughters?
No, he's not Mormon.
Oh, that's
No.
a bummer.
That's not happening.
That won't happen.
Oh, that was not happening. Okay, so pass the man candy on to page 17. I don't know that we've ever had a catalog that really, really showcased the Scentsy on the go products. So I love the simplicity of this page. We don't have to dig around for prices, and we've done that all through this catalog. We don't have to dig for prices anymore. More than anything, your customers don't have to dig for prices anymore. They're right there. So I love how they've showcased all that stuff on that page. Okay, so then we go through the warmers, page 19. They've really made a big showcase of what do these little symbols mean this year. That's always been like little bitty at the front of the catalog, but I like that they're really focusing on it here. I don't know that at a party, this page is really that big of a deal, but I think if you have a catalog party situation, a tester party situation, this is really helpful to let the customers know what those little things mean. Okay, so page 20 and 21. I'm so
Oh my
freaking
gosh.
excited about
I
this one,
love
and I'm
this
gonna
one.
turn this so I can show it maybe. Okay, so it is called a cord, and I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm gonna tell you what I love about it, what I don't love about it. The only complaint I have about it is it's freaking huge. It's big, so you have to have like a space to put this warmer, and I don't know if that's gonna hinder some people from buying it. I really think this warmer is going to be for the Scentsy addicts in your life. I don't think this is going to be a casual purchase. I think it's going to be for the people that are like, you know, buying from you every couple months. But 3 separate dishes on this warmer. There is no toggle on the cord. There's on-off buttons on each dish.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
So you can have them all 3 full, but only warm 1 at a time, or 2 or 3, because they all have separate on-off switches. Again, we were just talking about the scent mixing. This is going to be huge for an easy upsell at a fair or a show. If you ever do a showcase, like a fair show, craft show, whatever, this is going to be my definite go-to for my warmer at those booths for 2 different reasons. Number 1, you put 2 cubes, 2 cubes, 2 cubes. That's almost a full bar. The scent throw on that is going to be amazing. But other than that, I can do a custom mix. And how many times, Rachel, I know you do a lot of shows, how many times do we hear when someone walks into our booth, oh my gosh, what do you have going? And that's what they buy.
Yeah.
So I've learned when I do a fair or a show, whatever I'm going to warm, I decide ahead of time what I'm going to warm, and I buy double or triple of that scent because I know I'm going to sell out of that scent. Well, now I can make 3 big sales, which is an instant 3-pack, which is super easy to upgrade to a 6-pack. Oh, do you want 2 of each of those, or do you want to pick another mix out? Type thing. So I think this is going to be huge for an easy upsell or an easy bigger sale at a craft show, or even a home party. This is going to be my go-to warmer to showcase at a home party. When I have a home party, I carefully choose what warmer I display. I always have the warmer of the month there, but I don't use it because I want to be able to sell it, because I don't want all of those used. I choose 1 warmer each season to showcase at parties. It's always a higher price point warmer, and it's always one that I want to sell a bunch of. So for a long time, I would do the silhouettes with a wrap and have a couple wraps there because it was an easy upsell of an extra wrap. And then I moved into the lampshade warmers because, let's face it, they're prettier in person than they are in the catalog, and they're a higher price warmer. But this season I will be using this at my home parties because it's a higher price warmer and it's an easy upsell to more wax.
And it's pretty in person.
It's gorgeous, yeah.
It's way prettier
Yeah.
in person than.
Now honestly, I like the gray one better.
Yeah, I'm excited about the gray.
The gray one is beautiful. So I love it. So, and the 3 scents that I have going, a little tease for you guys that didn't go to Reunion that you want to in the future. I'm not saying they'll do this every time, but these were custom designed for just Reunion attendees. And we got these 3 fragrances. And here's another thing about mixing fragrances. I do not like any of these 3 separately. But when you put them together, it's delightful. So that's another thing, Delinda, you might have scents that you don't like, but you throw something else in with it and you might like it. So that's another thing about scent mixing. So fun little plug, go next year. They might do a fun custom one again. Any questions on the accord warmer or anything about
And it's
it?
for the lazy person like me too, that you can load it up
Yeah. Yeah.
and just use one. When that scent throw goes, turn it on again.
You know, I didn't even think of that. That's
Oh,
great
that's
too.
immediately what I
Or
thought of.
for the active family.
Yeah.
Yeah, that you don't wanna have to.
Are you lazy? Like, oh, here, this is big for you.
Yeah. I want it
I
strong. Well, I want it strong all the time.
Right, no.
Yes.
And I change my wax on Saturday. Well, if the scent throw isn't throwing what I want, then I just go flip on the other one.
That's awesome. Change it on Saturday.
I totally,
Pop
yeah.
another one on Tuesday. Pop another one on Thursday.
Yeah.
I love that idea.
That's mainly what I thought of.
I love it. Yeah, I would have never thought of that. That's
Yeah,
great.
me either. That's a good idea.
But I think we're gonna have to point out that it has those separate on-off switches for
Yeah.
each dish. People, even though it says really big right here on the picture, people aren't gonna read that. So, okay, as we go on, of course, page 22 has some fun stuff, but I want to talk about the Make a Scene warmer on page 23. This is so. At first, I was like, when I saw the picture in the catalog, I was like, eh. I mean, when they did the video or whatever, eh. But then they started talking about it at Reunion. They did a whole little segment at Reunion on what you could do with this warmer and the type of parties you can have. I actually have a graphic. I have it saved on my computer. I'll share it on the team page of this warmer done like 8 different ways. So you could totally have a whole party just with the Make a Scene warmer. You get your guests to purchase this warmer in advance, and then you have your hostess or you or each person just bring stuff to put in. What room do you want to put this warmer in? You can fill it full of Legos. And one of them in the picture is filled full of soda pop caps. So collectors, this is amazing for collectors. People that travel and pick up sand or shells at every location, why not pop them into this? Jingle bells at Christmas time. Just throw a couple handfuls of jingle bells in there, or little baby ornaments in there. This is an amazing warmer to market to that person that decorates for every single season, because they can change out what they're putting in here. Little plastic Easter eggs at Easter, whatever they want to do, some green beads at St. Patrick's Day. You can have so much fun with this. So think of doing a Make a Scene party where you just, go to Hobby Lobby and just, bless your heart, I'm going to send you to Hobby Lobby, Linda.
Go with me, Mickey.
She's like, I'll just send it.
Get some
No, I'll give you the money.
Get some silk flowers. Get some of the silk leaves for fall time. Just go through Hobby Lobby and have fun. Just find little trinket stuff that they can put in there. So here's, you guys know I'm real. I ain't paying $15 for the little 50 things to put in there. I think that's crazy. When you can go to Hobby Lobby and buy little doll furniture, or go to the dollar store and buy little animals.
Now, it does come with one set, right?
No.
No, it doesn't?
No.
Well, thank goodness, those were ugly. All of them came
I did
with,
too, and I was like, I don't
No.
get any of that.
It does not come with anything. It's just the warmer. So go to the dollar store, the little plastic animals if you want to do an animal thing. There's so many things you guys can do with this. Fill it with feathers. Fill it with glitter. Whatever you want to do, okay?
picture, you could put a picture.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. We're gonna, what's that called? Panoramic picture and wrap it around in it, or a collage of pictures and put in there. So the only thing they told us with this, do not put live plants in it and don't put fish in it.
Really, no fish?
No, I
I love the idea.
I totally would have put a fish in there.
I love the idea of this because if you remember back when we had the charmer
Yes,
warmer,
yeah.
we couldn't put anything in them. And everybody was doing it and they were warning about it.
Oh, really?
I
Because
think
I
they
still
listened.
marketed people.
Well, it was.
Who said no?
No, I think maybe you misunderstood. We're not supposed to advertise licensed items in them.
Oh, maybe.
So like people were putting
Like Disney
Doing it up for Frozen. We can't advertise that. Now, you can have a one-on-one conversation with someone. Oh, your daughter loves Frozen. You could do whatever you want with this warmer. Think of some pictures or some toys or whatever in this warmer. You cannot advertise, trademarked or registered, you know.
Well, I knew that part, but I thought there was also another thing about
Well, there were
putting
certain
in
things
things
you
other
could
than
put
what,
in there.
they had designed for it to be in, which was the marbles.
It was, they said if you put anything other than what it would void the warranty.
You know, but Oracle said a few years ago, there's nothing that voids the warranty.
Well, that's what they were saying, but I think that's when he came out and said it. It was that warmer. But he was like, yeah, technically it's it, but.
Yeah.
Because they were like, how are we gonna know that they put sand
Right.
there instead of our stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, use discretion.
Yeah.
Just be smart about it. Don't make
Maybe I thought
promises.
my idea was good because I loved it.
Yeah. Okay, so we're definitely hitting on the trend here. All
Oh,
things retro are in right now, and I'm
like
really
the toast.
resisting the morning toast for my
I know,
kitchen. Like
the
I have
toast
a
is so
warmer in my
cute.
kitchen, and it's gorgeous in my kitchen, but I so need that. And I'm really thrilled that the road less traveled is in here.
Yes.
Me too.
Totally. Okay, so next page, 26 and 27, all I have to say is Mackenzie saw this and I heard a squeal that came out that was like octaves above, like traceable.
It really
She's
is
turning
beautiful.
16 this year and she wants to have a tea party for her 16th.
Aww.
My daughter's so quirky.
And it's beautiful.
It's gorgeous, yeah.
It's a
really
really pretty
yeah,
shirt.
really
There you go.
Okay, so let's just jump through. Of course, we have gorgeous warmers, there's special ones, blah, blah, blah. Do you pay attention that the wraps are not the same price anymore?
Yeah, I noticed that.
There's different price wraps, so just pay attention to that. Yes. Some are 12, some are 15. Okay, page 35. Let's jump to that. The tabletop bases for your plug-in warmers. So I have one over here. I'm gonna move the camera again. Okay, there are, first of all, I'm super excited about this because when I do a fair or a show, I might have one plug-in warmer displayed on a plug-in base thing that I have, but then the others I just take out and I set them on top of the box, and inevitably there's at least one person, usually quite a few, that go, oh, they have little bitty cutesy warmers now. Well, actually, that's a plug-in warmer that goes right through, blah, blah, blah. But now I can say, yes, we do. Again, it's another easy upsell because it is purchased separately. So they have to buy the night light, they have to buy the base. So make sure that you know which night light they have because there's two different bases. One is for the glass ones and one is for the ceramic ones. And it's because the glass ones is designed for them to screw into it, where the ceramic one just sits on top. And the bases do come with a light bulb.
Okay.
So just know that. So if they buy both the nightlight and the base, they get a bonus bulb.
Yeah.
So
So this may be a stupid question, but will the older plugins fit on those?
yes,
Yeah.
you just have to know which plug-in they have, whether it's ceramic or glass.
Okay.
Yes, they will all fit because like that ceramic one, it literally is just sitting on there. I mean, it twists on and it's snug, but you could put any of them on there. And really the glass ones, the only difference is because the glass ones are designed to screw into the base, even the nightlight base. And so it screws into that tabletop base.
Gotcha.
So yes, even if they have a warmer that, you know, is, I don't know how, really old, it'll still work on it. So, and on page 35, what is the name of that plugin? Oh, blue watercolor. It is probably the prettiest nightlight we've ever had. It's gorgeous. And they all look different. So you can even see the one here and the one here look totally different. They're all gonna look different.
Is that blue? Because it looks
It is
purple.
blue.
Blue.
Okay.
It is blue.
Purpley, so.
Yeah. It's another one of those cases where when you photograph something with a light behind it, it's just weird. You know, it's just gonna show different.
Well, that's the roller skates. Those look so much cuter in person. And
Yeah.
in the catalog, I'm like, no.
Can I just
But
say
in
I was
person,
super
it's so
bummed they
adorable.
didn't have them in blue though?
The roller skates?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, my husband is an avid roller skater.
I love it.
And I was like gonna get mad about they would have it in the boys version.
Well,
The little things.
I guess you could paint it. Whatever.
Girl, you know I can't do all that.
Okay, of course, we still have our collegiate, the Major League Baseball. Okay, let's look at the diffusers, page 40 and 41. Here's the biggest thing. I mean, there's 3 new shades. And that one in the middle, that Enchant,
Oh my gosh, glamour.
my absolute favorite. It's rough in texture, so it's actually like they've broken glass and mosaicked it.
Yeah, it doesn't even
Beautiful.
look like this.
No,
It
it's
is
gorgeous.
just
absolutely
glittering.
and this one, this in Enliven. I think we had one called Enliven.
We did, I thought, that's why I was confused, but.
Anyway, it's beautiful too. So it's a cutout ceramic.
Okay.
I mean, it's gorgeous. So here's what's super cool that we've been asking for. You can buy just a shade.
I'm so excited.
That is so awesome.
That's so.
Again, I mean, I talked a lot in this catalog about upsells, but they've really set us up for success with upsells because now, you know, $130 for your diffuser, buy an extra shade for $50. That's a $180 sale. That
Yeah.
I mean, if someone's willing to pay $130 for a diffuser, they're going to be the type of person that it's going to be easier. I won't say easy, but it's going to be easier to upsell them a $50 upsell.
I already have like 3 or 4 people that have gotten the diffusers that have asked me, can I just buy this? I'm like, not right now, but maybe later. You know?
Yeah.
So when I saw that, I was glad. 'Cause
Yeah.
I'll be able to tell them, hey, guess what? You can buy a new shade now.
Well, and from a consultant standpoint, it's going to make it easier for us to showcase different diffusers because we don't have to buy a whole nother diffuser. We can buy just those shades, which is super nice. So then as we go to the oils, Delinda was sweet enough to bring us some testers of some of the new oils. I have to see it. Is Twinkle Twinkle in here?
Yes,
Oh my heavens.
and so is pecan,
That pecan.
sugar cane,
I
vanilla.
wanted to smell that one.
I want to
It's
smell.
gonna be good on it. So I ordered from that one-day sale on the family store.
And they-
Yeah,
and
they're
yesterday.
That's awesome.
Okay, let me smell them and I'll pass around to you. See, I'm not a foodie though. I can see how that would be easy to sell.
Oh, but when it was diffusing, it was.
Oh, just straight lemon. This is going to be
yeah,
huge.
That's gonna be awesome.
Watch how we just start the sealer.
No, what broke on me yesterday. It smells like lemon juice.
Yes, it does. That's so good. What's
That'd
this
be
one?
nice in the kitchen though.
Pear lime spice. Ooh. I don't know about that one.
I don't know about that.
I mean, it's
To be determined.
You know, you can mix oils.
Oh, totally. Yeah. And there, it showcases that in the catalog. Find the page that says that one. 744.
It's on 44.
This ease smells like something I know. I don't know what it smells like. It smells like my doctor's office.
Medicinal. Medicinal.
It is medicinal.
World Travelers smell like
I
casino.
missed that.
Transition, oil transition.
We have like 3
oils.
scents that smell like casinos, and I'm like,
Uh-huh.
somebody at the home office got like a.
But now you have to get all this first.
It smells like casinos? Is that what you said?
The World Traveler smells like a casino. So does Southern Evening. Smells like the Hard Rock.
Interesting.
It's the first thing I thought when I smelled it. I was like, smells like Hard Rock.
Sorry, I didn't even put that in the-
I'm not a gambler. I'm there a lot. I'm not a gambler.
Sure.
Really, my family has a problem.
Okay, we're gonna kind of jump through the next couple sections. I just love how on 48 and 49, Skin and Groom, again, it's not like a typical catalog layout. It's easy to see the products and to see the prices, and I love that they've listed the fragrances right on those pages.
Yeah.
Makes it super easy for us. Of course, the sidekicks, absolutely adorable. So they randomly chose which sidekick you got in your kit, and I'm so excited. Did you guys get 2 different ones?
I just got one kit.
Oh, you just got one kit. I bet they strategically did that. But
Yeah.
so we got both of them. I'm super excited. So I have them up here for you guys to see. What I love about these is the price point. I mean, if you're going to a baby shower, you're going to spend $20 anyway. So I think this is going to be an easy sell. And I think this is something that you could even mention someone just buying one and having it on hand for a baby gift. So I think it'll be, yeah, no one can be quiet in this house. It's just not doable. It's so I can know if my kids are sneaking out. No, I have good kids. They wouldn't do that. Kids are kids. Okay, buddies and buddy clips. Let me just say, we have not seen this buddy yet.
No, we haven't.
I'm so excited about it.
Ooh,
Go strong, go strong.
Linton likes to chase thunder. Let me just say that. Fun new little whale on page 54.
Yes, that's gonna be perfect for our area.
Oh, and the.
Oh, blue whale. Oh my gosh, I didn't even think of that.
That's the first thing I thought of, is everybody in Oklahoma.
So anyone that decorates Route 66.
Yeah,
I didn't even think of that. You guys are so good.
And that apple crush.
Oh my
I'm big
gosh.
into kids scents.
Yes.
I just love the kids.
I do too. Jamie's my favorite in my bedroom. But that apple crush, we had so many apple fragrances, but that's the best yet.
That's a Jolly Rancher, green
Yes.
Jolly Rancher.
Yes.
Oh,
It is so good.
it is.
Oh, by the way,
It is good.
I have the testers in this bowl, and you guys can grab them at any time and smell them while we're talking about it.
And I do not like any coconut scents.
Yeah.
But I love coconut. But this crazy coconut is like opening a fresh bag of coconut flakes.
Yeah.
And I love it.
Yeah.
See,
it's-
I'm loving the simplicity of the kids.
Yes. But
Well-
Jamie time, there's no replacement.
Oh, I know.
Like that crazy coconut probably could be blended
A
with some of
great
the other
mixer.
ones.
Yeah. Yeah.
Since it's simple.
I don't know. I have something about bedtime scents, I guess, because I like the twinkle twinkle. I like Jamie time.
You like to go.
Well, I like lavender. I love lavender,
Yeah,
and those all have
me
lavender in them. So.
The
Okay.
ballerina.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I've been
that's
asked so much for a ballerina warmer, so that's perfect.
What is it?
That pear lime spice.
Oh my
What
gosh.
is?
Oh my gosh.
What?
No.
Oh my gosh, that's so good.
Okay, so when we get to the clean and laundry, again, just like the skin and groom, I love this solid color they've gone with that just really showcases the product. Easy to know the prices. My only wish is that they would have put the fragrances right on the page. But that's okay, because the next page, you can say, just flip to the next page, and it's our scent grid. I love that they've listened to us. This is how many catalogs we've had this now, 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Because used to, they would try something different every catalog, and we would complain about it every time.
Simpler the better.
Yes, yeah, so I'm glad they're listening to us with that. Combine and Save looks exactly the same as last time. So on page 66, Together Love Heals. This is really special to me. I mean, I know the thing about the cause warmers, it's finding the person that it fits.
Yeah.
My godson has been to Shriners more times than I can count. They go down to Louisiana all the time for Shriners. He's now, gosh, how old is he? He's probably 8 or 9 now. But he's been, I would say, over 20 times to Shriners Hospital. So the minute this was announced, guess who I was texting? She instantly said, order me one, when do I pay for it? And I'm now talking to her about doing a full fundraiser just because of this warmer. So it's finding the people that are affected by Shriners and have been blessed by this organization, and that's your market right there. So for those of you who don't know what Shriners does, they specialize in kids, and it's all things bone and anyone that maybe was born with their bone formation different than the normal, things like that. That's what Shriners does. So my godson was born, his arms, he has no, this part of his arm, his elbow is hooked into his shoulder. So this is absent. And then his legs are, he has bow legs really bad, and they're about half the size of normal legs. So that's why he's been down there so much. So any person that you know that has a child with those disabilities has probably been blessed by Shriners. So even if not, they know what Shriners does. So there's your market right there. I love that VIP is showcased here. And Jennifer, you texted me a question and I never answered you. And so I'm going to answer it right now.
Okay.
I apologize for not
No, it's
getting back
okay.
with you on that.
I figured you were busy, so yeah, whatever.
Okay, so the question we get asked a lot is, hey, there's this Laundry Love bundle that you can buy for $50, but it's more here, right? That's the deal.
$10.
Okay, so here's the thing. your VIP program is not for your bargain shoppers.
Right.
That's not who you're marketing to. You're marketing to people that will pay for convenience. Just like anyone that Amazon shoppers, they're having to pay $99 for that Amazon Prime. So they're paying $100 up front for convenience. And that's another thing with the VIP program. This is not your bargain shoppers. It's not your frugal people. These are people that will pay for convenience. So that's the difference. You know, they're marketing the Laundry Love bundle within a party because it's an easy upsell. Any of those bundles, why would they make a bundle and make less money?
Right.
It's to make it easier for us as consultants to make an upgrade or an upsell. The companion system, it's easy to say if someone's ordering a warmer and 3 bars, hey, you can get a nightlight for half price. They're spending $10 more with you. So if someone's purchasing, laundry liquid and a small tub of whiffs, hey, you could easily upgrade to this Laundry Love bundle, get your liquid, get a big tub of whiffs, and your dryer discs for just $50. That's not much more. So that's designed for an upsell. People that buy the VIP program, buy into it, you're not upselling them anything. You're selling them convenience. So that's the difference. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So if someone questions that, hey, I can buy this for $50. Why would I want to do that? You know?
Are they still sending in samples and all
Yes.
that stuff in there too?
Yes. So you get samples, you get previews of certain things. So that's one thing to hit on. But if I have someone that does bulk at that, I just say, hey, I'm happy to just place your order on the 1st of every month.
Well, and I was asking for myself because I was getting ready to order my own, and I was like, well, what's the $10 difference here? Does that include, is shipping included in so the $10 is like the extra, but they're still gonna be charged shipping and tax every month, right?
I believe so.
I was just curious.
Yeah.
I believe so. But you do get freebies and samples and stuff like that, fun stuff tucked in.
Okay.
So, yes.
Okay.
Okay, so this is super cool, this big 50% off. I don't think we've ever had that in a catalog.
No.
That caught my eye.
Yeah.
Since I'm cheap, frugal, I'm not cheap. I'm really expensive, but, so that's a great eye catcher. On page 70 and 71, here's the big thing. For me, this is super cool. And for you guys, it will be eventually when you start seeing your friends on this page, but actually your friend is on this page. Me too! Where are you? I'm in that too! That's so funny. So this is
I think that I'm on the top row.
I'm on the very top row. Okay, see the column on the left,
Yes.
the person to the left of the column in the white shirt,
Yes.
that's me!
Okay, and if you look at the column to the left and the person in the right in the white shirt,
Yes.
next there's somebody in black.
Oh my gosh! How fun is that?
There's celebrities in the
Okay, so here's what's funny. When Jacqueline was featured, I don't know if it was in the Join, I think it was a Join brochure
Yeah.
that Jacqueline was in. I was like, okay, that's a new goal of mine. I'm gonna be in a publication. Well, now I have to be a little more specific. I'm gonna be seeable in a publication. Like that's my goal. Okay, but down here, this is my friend Andy Teeter. She is a hoot. I don't know if she does YouTube or not, but she's got some amazing ideas. So
There's some
Andy
older
Teeter.
stuff that I don't think she's.
Is she not doing anything right now? Now, Nick is on this page up here. She was one of the nominees for Shining Star, and Nick is the sweetest girl you will ever meet. Let me just say, since we're in the Bible Belt, some of her viewpoints of life will be a little different from yours, but she's an amazing person. We have very, very different views on a lot of things, but I still adore her, and that never, when I talk to her, it's never a conflict. It's, it's just one of those things. She's big on being a better person, being your better self, because she has a very rough past, but she's come past all of that because of Scentsy. She says that Scentsy literally saved her life. Literally. And if you hear her full story, you'll be bawling. But she's an amazing girl. So that's fun just to say, hey, I know these people on here. And then on the next page, Trina here, for those of you guys who were at Reunion, she sang during the talent show. Trina did. And she actually, yeah, Felicia blew me away.
Oh my gosh, that was, I could just.
She has a couple other songs.
Makes me cry just thinking about it.
Get on
She's
YouTube and
so
look at Felicia.
fabulous.
Get on YouTube, look at Felicia Fitzgerald, because she has a voice of an angel. So Trina jumped in behind me during the expo. I was doing the class on recruiting at parties, and she took over the booth after me. So I got to meet her, and that was super cool. Yay! We have the compensation chart in the catalog.
Yay!
And it's super fun colors. I know, super fun colors. Paul's excited about it too. Show how excited you are. Okay, one more thing I want to touch on, and it's the new stands. So I'm assuming all of you guys watched the video and you see the cool stuff about stands, the cord wraps underneath, which honestly, I don't know that I've sold maybe a handful of these stands, these regular stands in my whole Scentsy career, but I can easily sell these now to the people that are, I do. So it does something. And then we have the pull out. This saves my life at parties. I don't have to flip through the catalog. Love it. So on this pull out and all throughout the catalog, it tells us what size light bulb to use now.
Oh.
Or if it's an element. Hey, why are you here?
Because it's raining and I was supposed to be working at a picnic.
Oh. Welcome home. Glad you get to stay home with us today. That's what sucks about working in a silicone stand. Okay, any other fun insight on the catalog, you guys, that I missed? Are we loving this catalog? I say it every time. This catalog is better than the catalog.
It had a girl on it, but after I got
Really?
looking
I
at it,
loved
then I liked
it. That they showed it.
Well, I think it,
How cool
It
is
shows
it? Back to the whimsical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hated that last catalog.
Really?
Well, yeah, you just turn it forward.
No, I did hate the flip.
Oh,
Yes,
that was
That was
nice.
we had a
That was
high school
bad.
annual one year like that.
Yeah, that's like, reminded me of the kind of the annuals that they issue, you know, when you buy an appliance or something,
Yeah.
you know.
yeah.
And inevitably, the
If it's
first
Spanish
thing
on one
is
side.
always in a different language, and I have to
Did you guys smell the oils over there?
do it all.
Oh, sorry, guys.
Pass it
Oh,
on.
sorry.
Okay, so this is the new product list, and it's like bigger than my head, like literally. It's giant, huge. Well, I really haven't, but I think what I'm gonna do. Here,
Look,
let's
I
just see.
have,
Yeah,
it's
the
a
video.
no.
Oh my god.
No, okay, so the thing, but I was like, yes, because it's the no, you know, it's all about the millennials now. They said so. And millennials wrote notes.
There you go.
So holding it up into a note, yeah, these things are good.
Oh, we didn't try to do it.
Like a trading.
Yeah, we did a lot of note folding like that.
A lot of note passing. Christina Stainbrook made a hilarious, you know, she makes the funny videos. She made a hilarious video on how to fold the product list.
And it's great, but it's so fast that you can't.
But it's a joke anyway.
Dude, I loved it because that's a conversational.
So So she's like, it's a video on how to fold the new product list. And everyone's like, oh my gosh, yes, yay. And then it shows like how to fold it into one of those cootie catcher things.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like a chomper mouth thing. It's so funny. But okay, so at a party, how much fun would it be? This is a game that also would showcase something effective. You hand everyone one of these and have a paper airplane contest.
Yeah.
I think it'd be fun. So just find something, you know. So you can do it like this.
Do a video, please.
Video, Lindsay, video.
Yeah.
Okay, so one thing that is boring and effective is, so there's this dotted line right there. You fold it right on the dotted line and then trifold. And then it's easy to pass out. But I think we could definitely market on the size of each just by folding them fun.
I think that I shared somebody's video that made the pockets
Yeah.
Yeah.
that you put your samples in.
The only thing about some of those, I'm afraid that maybe people won't unfold them. So like really look at what it is.
Yeah.
So I don't know. There's pros and cons. Dang, it's like really rain.
No.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you, like, you know how people always say tornadoes, it sounds like a train, that's the sound of a train. So does your train ever like freak you out in a bad storm? And you're like, I hear a train.
Yeah.
Either that or one of these times you're gonna be like, oh Oh, it's just the training.
Here's
yeah,
just
that's
what I'm
what
thinking. I have 45 people coming over tonight for a bonfire. So there's what I'm thinking. Okay, so now that we've done the catalog walkthrough, let's talk about some of the things from Reunion. And I'm gonna rely on some of you that were at Reunion because I had to step out to do different trainings at different times. But the first thing I wanna talk about is you need to decide why people should use you as their Scentsy consultant. So we're in an area, let's face it, everywhere now everywhere in the US, has lots of Scentsy consultants. That's not to say that there's people who still don't know what Scentsy is, because I find them all the time.
Found it all the way from Oklahoma to Tennessee. Every place I went and every place they comment on my hair and it led to a conversation.
Yeah.
I did not find one person who knew what
Really?
Scentsy was.
That's awesome.
Nobody.
Okay, since you said that, I mean, I know I have weird hair all the time, but find something, and that's one thing that's actually in my notes. Find something that you can do, that you can wear, that you can whatever, that starts a conversation. So yes, purple nails, purple fingernails. If you can at your job do a fun little purple streak in your hair, it starts conversations. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, I just did this for my job. And I always leave it wide open at first. I don't say, oh, this is my Scentsy hair. I say, oh, this is for my job. Job has purple hair. Well, it's not really for my job, but it's our company color. And so I just do it for fun for my team. Oh, I sell Scentsy. So I was sitting in the doctor's office with my son the other day, and the lady says, oh my gosh, I love your hair. I wish I could do that at work, but my boss won't let me. And I said, oh, well, I am my own boss, so I get to make my own rules. Oh, you're your own boss? Do you own your company? Yeah, I do. I own my own business. Well, what do you do? Led into a full conversation. Catalog was handed over. I have her contact information. She's a definite customer and a positive for me. So,
Julie, it's a requirement. You have to have purple hair.
Oh,
that's a requirement.
just gonna say, well, I was gonna say, and you know, truly that would not be a big deal for me because my youngest one went to an art school, so hey,
There you
all
go.
about the art stuff.
There you go, artsy fartsy. But I get that not everyone can do that at work. And I used to always preach, wear the Scentsy shirts, and I don't want you to not wear the Scentsy shirts, but I just don't know how effective the shirts are. Now, I think a name tag is more effective than a shirt. I've discovered this. Because a shirt, I don't know that people really always pay attention to a shirt. Now, I have gotten great leads from wearing Scentsy shirts. But you put a name tag on, and like I preached to you guys before, you put it on upside down, and people will notice it.
I don't even have to do it upside down. Just wearing it.
Yeah.
Not one comment ever on a shirt I've worn. Ever in 4.5 years, ever. That name tag, every single time I wear it.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's like, what's your name tag? Oh, what's Scentsy? I'm like, well, let me tell you. Hold on.
And I love when I wear a name tag, people call me by name. That's just kind of cool. I think it's fun. So anyway, that was a little off topic, but find something that so we're talking about why people would choose you to be a Scentsy consultant. First of all, they have to know that you sell. That's important. So I'm going to skip over and then go back. And I forgot to print off my notes, so I'll have them on my computer over here. How cool is that? Let's see. Okay, so we're talking about being intentional, and that's how people will find out that you're a Scentsy consultant. So whether it's wearing a Scentsy shirt, whether it's having the name tag, painting your nails, whatever, just make an intentional effort to have something about yourself that says Scentsy, whether it's a bag, whether it's whatever, a purple bag. That could, oh my gosh, that's the cutest bag. Oh, I carry this for my business. It's making a decision of something that you wear or something that you have, but then being intentional in how you talk about it. So I think it's important that we leave some questions for a person rather than just saying, oh my gosh, it's my Scentsy bag. I sell Scentsy. Have you ever heard of Scentsy? Do you want a catalog? I call it diarrhea of the mouth, and it'll kill your business. So you want to leave people intrigued and leave them asking for questions. So work it into conversations. So that's a way to work it into conversations. But also, let's talk about Facebook messages. So if you have all these people on Facebook that maybe you went to high school with and you haven't talked to in a while, and you're thinking about them as a customer, you want to talk to them about Scentsy, please do not, and somebody posted this on the T page the other day, I hate it when I like a post and instantly they're like, oh, I sell this stuff, do you want to buy it? That'll kill a customer right there. What you want to do is find a way to just open communication and then work Scentsy into the communication. So let's say it's a high school friend that you haven't talked to in a long time. Message them and be like, hey, Jen, haven't seen you in a while. What are you up to? What are you doing now? They're going to tell you their life story for a while, and inevitably, they will say, well, what's up with you lately?
What I even found is I had a high school friend that we're friends on Facebook that we haven't ever private messaged. But I messaged her to ask her a question about a post that I'd seen about somebody who's lost their son. And we got to talking. I don't have to say anything.
Right.
The conversation goes, after a while, I see your Scentsy post, glad you're doing so well. They open it up. What,
Sometimes they do, yeah.
you know, because they've been seeing it, they watch.
And there's something to be said too about consistency, because I had a guy message me from high school, a guy that I would never have talked to him about Scentsy. He's married, I don't know, is opposite sex, that's weird. But he messaged me, hey, I need to get some Scentsy from you, and I always see your stuff. $30 in car stuff. Because he has a Corvette that he, whatever. But
Absolutely.
So-
And that's another thing. Paul just went to his 20-year reunion and, was talking to all these chicks that he went to high school with. They were bringing up Scentsy because he's always posting about the trips that we're taking with this company. So they were bringing it up to him. Consistency is huge, but there's a fine line, and you just got to figure that out, the fine line, and no one in here is a bad offender of overposting. There are some. It's that line of, this is my business and I love it and I'm going to tell you about it, and being annoying. So, I mean, you guys in here have heard this from me numerous times. It's not blasting Scentsy commercials. It's blasting how Scentsy fits into your life. So, yes, those of us that have been at convention, we're throwing out tons of pictures and how much fun we had in Nashville and all this. But I know that all of your posts aren't just about the new products coming out. They're about the friendships that you have. They're about the people you had dinner with at convention. They're about the sightseeing you did while you were in Nashville. Your awesome road trip. You have the coolest road trips. I'm not a road tripper, but I like to live vicariously through yours. So as we're driving through, I was like, oh, Toad Suck Festival, Delinda. Yeah.
I was just gonna say, I was very deliberate this year in not posting a ton of stuff. I really studied what I really wanted to put out there. I only made like maybe 3 or 4 posts of my convention, because last year I bombarded my pages and I got absolutely no likes or any response. And this year on the few that I did, I had a ton of responses, and I just let it go and let it sink in. I didn't respond. I clicked like if they, if they said anything, I clicked like and I just let it go, because I made my point. That's the way I feel, because I have not been getting very much of a response from my Facebook page, nor have I been getting very much of a response from my business page. And
But
I
here's
do
the
have
thing,
a
sometimes
business
when you're not getting a response, it, like you just said, it doesn't mean they're not watching.
Right.
Because there's some people that maybe, I've been posting Scentsy since Facebook started, because I started selling Scentsy before Facebook existed, but never once questioned me about anything. And 5 years in, they're like, hey, so I've been watching.
Exactly.
Have you? They never liked anything. They never commented on anything. But you hit it. You hit the nail on the head. Don't do too much.
Right.
But that's the thing. Like with a trip or something like that, you can easily post the heck out of your trip, but just be strategic in, it was a Scentsy trip.
Yeah, I got 199 pictures in my album. But I have to look at my album.
Right.
But they're there.
Well, and with mine, I post stuff, and not all my Scentsy stuff gets attention, but that trip,
Yes.
I never, but people ask why are you in Nashville? What are you doing there?
Right,
Blah, blah,
exactly.
blah. Oh, well, Scentsy. And they're like, oh, well, that's cool. And then Grand Ole Opry, bless them, because they were doing my commercials for me because I live-fed that entire thing.
Yeah.
She was watching.
And I did snippets of some of the songs, didn't play the whole thing, didn't
Yeah.
record the whole thing, but I played snippets.
Yeah.
And I got responses, but I did not go back to them, hey, I saw you like my post.
Right,
I don't do that,
right.
you know,
There are some companies that teach their people
yeah, I
to
know.
do that though. Okay, so that's one big thing. Just be intentional, make decisions that'll get people to notice you. But then another thing is you have to know what you stand for. So I think this was actually taught in one of our leadership things, so I don't know that anyone else in here heard it. But we talked a lot about core values. What makes you different from the Scentsy person next to them, or the unique person, or the Pampered Chef person, or whatever direct selling person? So maybe someone's thinking about starting a business. They need some extra money, and they have a friend that sells Unique, a friend that sells Pampered Chef, a friend that sells Avon, a friend that sells I think I have a friend that sells every product under the sun. Why would they choose me aside from someone else? So I want you guys to, right now, take a couple minutes to think about what are your core values. And by that, I mean, if someone were to think of Delinda, what 3 or 4 things would they think of that would describe you? So I want you to think of 3 to 5 words or short phrases that you think you come across as, or that you want your core values to be as, and write those 3 or 4 things down. And you're not going to have to share these, so write freely. I'm going to try and find a post that I made last week. If you don't know how much you post, go back and look at your feed and try to find something.
I do that all the time because I don't remember.
Well, and I got a birthday in there too, so then I get even more things blasted on there.
What we're smelling is your combination of your 3.
Mhm.
Man, that's nice.
Is it bad that I don't really smell it?
No, I can barely.
It seems really light to me.
I bet if you were to walk
I just-
outside and walk in, you
Come back
would smell
I
it.
just keep getting whiffs, you know, it's not a constant, but like if I turn my head, I'm getting a whiff of it.
Well, and some people have my best friend she can't smell any of our scents that have berries. Any berry, like black raspberry, vanilla, she cannot smell it at all.
I've never been able to smell Jet Set Go in my life. I couldn't tell you what it smells like.
Yeah.
She
doesn't smell
doesn't,
anything with berries.
I've never smelled it either.
what Jet Set Go?
Okay, so I'm assuming you guys are done. Okay, so now what I want you to do sometime in the next week, I mean, you can do it today, whatever. I want you to post on Facebook, hey guys, I'm doing a little social experiment. Describe me in 3 words. And see if what people say about you is the same as what you wrote down. So I did this during our session, and it was pretty dead on. I want people to think that I'm genuine, that I'm fun, spunky, whatever word you want to use, and that I have a heart for giving to others. Those are the things that I want to come across in how I display myself. And I guess I do pretty good because most of the responses were right in line with what I feel like my core values are. So it's just interesting to see if what you're posting, what you're coming across as really is how people see you. Because that's really important. You need to be conscious. If it's vastly different, you need to make a conscious decision to change how you post on social media or what you're doing to get your core values across to people. Because your core values are why people are going to choose you as a sponsor if they decide to join this business, or any business really. If they're just looking to make extra money, but they have all these people to choose from, why would they choose you? And it's going to be because of your core values. I hope that people know that I'm not just a recruiter, I'm a mentor, and that comes across in my posts. That I'm fun. If you're joining my team, you're gonna have a good time. And that I'm big on giving back. Those are the things that I hope someone would join my team for those reasons. So think about what you stand for and see if what you're doing is displaying that, okay? Then I also want us to think about our team, because our team has core values as well. Now, most of this, since we are so spread out over 35 different states, it's a lot to do with our Facebook page and what community we have on our Facebook page. And I know some of you are on different pages, like Delinda has her own page and things like that. So I'm just kind of talking about scent therapy as a whole, so all of us as a whole. And this has taken a lot of work, because if you would have asked me this, Delinda can attest to this, our team was very different 5 years ago. Our team had a different feel. We were a different type of community, and it wasn't always pretty. And it wasn't always fun. And I've worked really hard to change the feel of our family, because I consider you guys a family. I've worked really hard and made conscious decisions to change the culture and the community that we are in. So in that, you're gonna have a team too. So these are some things that I think are really important. That's what I've worked really hard to create for our team, but as you build a team, I hope that you feel the same way. The first thing is a very safe environment, that people can share ideas without ridicule, that they can ask questions without being made to feel stupid. Now here's the thing, in asking questions, sometimes I'll look at a question on the team page and I'll go, well, that's so dumb, everyone should know that. But so easy, we forget. Yes.
The director page, they'll ask me, I'm like, how are you a director and asking that question?
Right.
Like, how do you use perpetuals?
Yeah.
What?
I've seen it that bad.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about within our team page.
Yeah.
Sometimes when there's a question that to me, I'm like, really? Are you kidding me? So easy, we forget what it was like the week we signed up, or the first few months that we signed up. I'm sure there's a lot of questions that are coming to you that I would be like, really? But then I have to remember that I've been learning this for 8 years. And so I hope that we convey a safe environment within our Facebook page, and that you guys are working hard to do that on your teams as well. So that's the big one, a safe environment, that we cheer others to success. And remember that successes are different to other people. I was so excited for Randy. She's a newer member to our team, and she posted on Facebook the other day. She was so excited that she had her first party that hit party minimum of $200. And our team embraced her like that was huge. I was so proud of her, because she's been communicating a lot with me. She really wants this business to do well, and she's hit a lot of roadblocks along the way. But that told me two things: that number one, we do have a safe environment, that she could post that on there, a party minimum. She's so excited to hit that. Some people could have been like, are you kidding me? You're excited about hitting 2, and that's the minimum. But we weren't. We were thrilled for her, and so that was big, to cheer each other to success. Success is going to be different for different people. And Nikki, you posted a post the other day. You're excited about one of your downline that's been doing awesome. And Delinda, I've seen you posting stuff too. And I love that we are cheering each other on for success. But maybe there's someone that's not even in your downline. Let's blast it out there. You know, Anna, thank you so much for always sharing such awesome ideas. I'm thankful to know you in this business. And it doesn't even have to be on our team page. That could be something that you're sharing out on your Facebook wall that, again, is showing what your core values are to other people. You know, to recognize people for their hard work, because that's huge. We live in a world of self-centered and selfish people. And for you to look outside of yourself and recognize someone else for a job well done, that's powerful to people, because they're not getting that in corporate America for the most part. You know, most people.
It validates their business.
Absolutely.
When somebody is saying, hey, congratulations on achieving this, that validates to their friends that they're legit.
Yes.
Yeah. And then they could be legit too.
Yeah.
I see that a lot.
Yes. So I think there's a lot of value in that, cheering others to success. And in kind of in the same aspect, expecting the best out of everyone. So that could go a couple different ways. Again, everyone's best is different. To me, I expect myself to have 2,000 PRV every month. I don't expect that of everyone. For some people, their best is being active every month and putting in their 150 every month. But expecting each person's best. Now that's kind of more as a leader than as a co-member of the community. But as a leader, you need to know what people think their best is. And work really hard to find out what they expect from themselves. Because there's some people that if I would cheer them on for doing, 300 in a month, they would be like, are you kidding me, Jamie? Really? You're cheering me on for that? I want 1,000 every month. Why are you saying I did good for 300? But another person, if I missed the fact that they did 300 in a month, they would be crushed because that was double what they normally do. So it's really important. And I think the easiest way as a leader to do that is to start a notebook with your frontline. And I encourage you guys to do that as soon as you get a recruit. Start a notebook. Miss Spreadsheet Queen over here is a goddess at this. I do a lot less version than she does. I'm gonna say that. But I still track it. Now I track just my front line, but then I also offer incentives for the whole team so I can kind of watch it that way. But just acknowledge people for making an effort, but expect their best effort. Does anyone have anything to add or questions on why people would choose you as a consultant or essentially as a sponsor? Belinda, anything to add?
Having fun.
Absolutely.
Just having fun.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I know that during the day, I love, when I get a pop-up that you put something on there. Because you're explaining things and sharing things that are coming up like immediately. Well, I'm at my day job, so sporadically do I get a few minutes. So I don't always keep up on what's going on, but it's like, I know that somebody else is saying, hey, pay attention, this is important, And of course I've got a lot of people at work that I can go in the break room and say, guess what? Yeah, we got something really cool going.
Yeah.
Or going into, my coworker that's just in the next office and, say, guess what we're doing? And she's gonna be my recruit, by the way. She's just, it's not her daughter, but anyway. But, it's really fun to be able to just break that, we're doing the same thing, to go in and say, you want to see what's going on?
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that for me, this is probably one of the few direct sales companies that I have ever been in contact with that it is a family.
It's a totally different atmosphere.
Everybody is doing something at a different time, but when you're all posting, it's like,
Yeah.
Well, see, and Van said something about that. When, we call it a family reunion when we go to these events. Because it's like getting to see these people that you've met either online or in person. And it's like you see a boot camp buddy and you're running to embrace them when you just saw them at leadership. And Van made the comment, he said, it's better than a family reunion. He says, none of our family run across the room to embrace each other, and we haven't seen them maybe for 2 years.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the difference. I mean, it really is oh my gosh, I'm so excited to see you.
Yeah, it is, totally. Okay, I have no transition into this next topic, but goal setting is huge. If you have never had a one-on-one goal setting session with either your director or myself, you need to do it. So if I am your director, I'm working on goal setting sessions right now, and these are one-on-one. They're not for your whole team, they're just for you. Even if I've done goal setting with you before, don't discount doing it again. because I know myself, I'll set goals for 1 year and maybe I achieve them, maybe I don't. I need to refocus and reset these goals. So I'm working hard to do one-on-one appointments. So if you're not on my calendar yet, get with me as soon as the meeting's over, because I want to meet with you, especially if you're sitting in this room. That tells me you're serious about your business and I want to meet with you. Do you do one-on-ones with your team too, Delinda?
No,
Okay.
not really, because of, my scheduling.
Right.
But, I have passed out at meetings before, team goals and stuff like that. But my gosh, like Mandy Cloud set her own goal
Yeah,
of in 1 year hitting her 10,000 PRV, and she did it. And
She
I was
did
just
it.
so
Yeah.
just.
Well, if you have a different director, if Delinda's your director, or if Anna's your director, I'm happy to do goal setting with you guys too. And if you're watching this, I can do it via Skype. So there you go. But I think there's huge value in one-on-one. So I want to do a bunch of those. Marketing tab changes. Okay, we have some awesome changes coming to our workstation. Like super exciting changes. The first one is Julie Kavanaugh, who's in charge of our whole, she's our IT queen. She's absolutely amazing. She said, stop sending her hate email about changing your story and changing your picture on your website. Because they're changing it. They're going to make it easier to use.
Okay.
September 1st, you will see tons and tons of changes on your website and on your workstation. So that's one of them. They're going to make it easier to change your picture and to change your story. Another one of the changes is through our social media sharing. There's going to be 2 tabs a new tab. No, yes, no. Yes, resources is now going to be called marketing. The whole resources tab is going to disappear. There's going to be a marketing tab. But all of that stuff that was on the resources tab is moving over to news and information. And it's going to be easier to search through for news and information. So the marketing tab, let's talk about that. This is going to be huge for your business. Huge. That's like that Donald Trump impression. So you're going to be able to link your workstation to your Pinterest, to your Facebook, to your Insta, to your social media platforms. I don't know if we can link it to Snap. I don't know.
Snapchat's eliminated for now, is what I heard.
Okay. So there's going to be where there's going to show a picture of a new product, and you can just click a button that says share on my Facebook.
Oh,
Nice.
Okay. So I'm super thrilled about this, but here's my fear about it, and so I'm going to preach to this small crowd I have right here. Please do not go share right when it goes up, because you will get people unfollowing you right and left, or blocking your Pinterest or whatever you're doing. This needs to be done strategically and intentionally. Just like anything in this business. This is a business and you need to think about things before you act. So that's my little caveat right there.
And when you do post it on your Facebook, when they click it, the image, it goes straight to your.
It goes right back to your website.
Oh,
Yes.
cool.
Yeah.
That's
So
really
I'm excited about that.
Yes.
I think this is going to be huge for Facebook parties, which I'm excited about, but I'm terrified because my Facebook parties work right now and have it figured out, and now I'm going to have to refigure it.
But they're gonna have a Facebook party
Yes.
also.
So they'll have a whole Facebook party set up
Oh.
to where, here's what's super, I'm so excited about this. So there's going to be, so let's say there's a party link on your website. Someone goes to your website, they click, like I have a party open for Zoe right now. They click on Zoe's party, and I will be able to link a video just to that party. That's like, hey, I'm Jamie, I'm Zoe's consultant. I'm so excited that you're here for this party, and Zoe's going to get some amazing, awesome freebies. You can do a video for every single party and do it completely different. Think about this for fundraisers.
Yes.
I'm so excited that you're supporting the Green Country Dance Team. Everything that you purchase, 25% of that is going to go right to their competition fees, whatever your setup is. So you can do a video on every single party completely separate. That's going to be super fun.
Yes.
Did anyone else catch stuff that I'm missing as far as marketing tab? Okay. honestly, we really don't know all the details until September 1st when it goes live. But just know that cool stuff's coming and it's in the works. Julie is absolutely amazing. So here's the deal with some of our marketing, well, our IT stuff in general. Julie was with us and she started all these awesome projects. And then Julie has a daughter that is autistic. And she was not meeting her needs educationally in Boise. So Julie did a lot of research and found an amazing school for her daughter that was out of state. So Julie left Scentsy and moved out of state for her daughter's education needs. Well, now they found a way that she can commute back and forth, and she's back with Scentsy. Scentsy Orville reached out to her. Here's truly what happened. Julie talked to me about this. It was so cool. They were at some awards program for internet marketing within direct sales, and they were winning all of these awards, and Julie was not with them anymore. This was at the point where she was not working for Scentsy, and Scentsy was winning all of these awards for stuff that Julie had created. Orville picked up the phone and called Julie and said, I feel so guilty. I feel guilty accepting these awards. I didn't do this. You did this. We're winning all these awards because of you. How can we make this work? And they found a way to make it work and got her back. Julie's a genius. She's brilliant.
Okay, is it on this or is this in the part where we talk about the new consultant checklist?
Oh, that was my next on my notes. Share with us, Delinda.
Huh?
You do it. Go for it.
Whenever you have a new recruit, you know how there's all these things that you need to let recruits know. We don't have to do that anymore. Scentsy online is going to have a checklist from new consultants to let them know everything they need to know, so that takes the burden away from you as the consultant that is recruiting to let your people know everything, because you might forget something. And it makes people who have just joined feel comfortable about sponsoring, because, you know, they may, if they just join now, they'll say, well, I don't know enough myself to sponsor. I need to learn more before I sponsor. Well, Scentsy's taken the responsibility to train the new consultants. And then you, as their sponsor, can see what they are doing on their checklist too, to know that they're meeting their things. Which at first I was like, I hope it's not like a Scent Academy, but I don't think it is. It's a definitely, and it helps them reach their goals of shooting.
How
stars.
I understood it is on day 1 they'll receive this email and possibly this video. On day 10 they'll receive this bit of information. On day 15 they'll receive this bit of information. Do you understand
Well,
the same
except
way?
there is a check. It is a checklist, wasn't it? A checklist,
Okay.
and that you get the checklist too as the sponsor, so that you can communicate about what they're doing.
Okay. But there are video links within it to train them on
I
things.
think yes. There's
So like the first video talks about the importance of the shooting star.
right.
And what is the shooting star, and what do you do to achieve the shooting star? And then the next one is, did you achieve it? Great. If not, that's fine. Let's write it off and let's go to the next thing. That's how I understood it, is they're going to be hitting on the things that they already have in place.
We'll have to see.
I guess we'll see.
I think so.
So maybe when you achieve one, that they send out the next one, so you can go to the next thing. Yeah.
I think that's how it's
That
looking.
makes sense.
I don't know. I guess we'll see. I'm excited about it though, because I always have these huge plans of what I'm going to do, team-wise when we get a new recruit, and I do it really good for a couple weeks, and then life happens. So I'm glad they're doing it. I'm thrilled about it.
I think it will also hold the new consultant accountable.
Absolutely.
Because you can shove it down their throat all day long, but.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that.
Well, and it makes them push themselves, because I'm
I
the
think that's
worst.
what I'm trying to say.
Like,
like-
I've told my team, like, not that this is a good thing at all, so don't, but I will flake out. Like, and I don't mean to. I will do the same to like grand plans, whatever, but life happens.
Mhm.
And as much as I want to be one-on-one with people, I'm not going to chase you, and I've got several recruits that have done absolutely nothing, but I'm like, I don't have time.
Right.
Like, come to me with questions, but if you don't, you're kind of on your own, I'm sorry. Because I've got people that are more important, which, not that I don't love all of you, you know, but my kids, my family takes precedence over my business regardless. Even if I had a 9 to 5,
Right.
yes, I'm wanting extra income, but I will drop everything for them. And Delinda saw it, I'm sure you saw it at Reunion. I had them with me that made a huge difference because my focus was on them, not on Reunion.
Mhm.
And so I was out, you know, it's there, it's great to see, but I didn't do half the stuff I normally do. Wasn't as active with people as I normally because they're there.
Mhm.
So I'm like, when I get a new recruit, if you will come to me, I'm there. I will answer to the best of my ability, but I may not send you out a card going, yay, you did this. I'm sorry, it's probably on my desk at home. But
Yeah.
something has happened. They've had, you know, broken bones, broken whatever. I'm dealing with dance stuff or gymnastics or whatever. And so this I love. I
Yeah.
love that they're coming
Well,
out
and the
with
way I see it, I don't want it to replace anything that I intend to do. I still intend to do the things that I intend to do, but I think it just kind of covers my butt if life does happen.
Well, and what they said is there should be no excuse of, well, I didn't get any training
Yeah.
Right.
from my sponsor. I didn't know about that. Scentsy taking care of that.
Mhm.
And then you're self-motivated to do it, and, you know, and then
Well, because there are
the
people that
sponsor is just icing on the cake.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
I met
I
a
think
girl
that's how
at
it should be.
reunion that she signed up under a sponsor and then she quit, so she rolled up to the next person and then she quit and then she rolled up to the next person. I think she quit too, or no, she stayed, but she hadn't had any contact with her.
Mhm.
And her star consultant was good in that her sponsor hadn't.
Well, a
anything, so
similar
this will
situation.
help with-
Yeah, absolutely. A similar situation. You guys all know Anna Hughes. She's on our team. She's a director. Last year, she achieved annual sales and annual mentor and promoted to director. Like, that's
Awesome.
And earn Disney for like,
and
How
for
many?
4 or 5.
yeah.
Okay, here's the deal. When Anna started, she was a level 9 to me. She was 9 levels down. She's now a level 2 to me because people have quit all along the way. Yeah. And she didn't do anything for like 2 years and then all of a sudden jumped in. But who's to say that had she been given these little bitty training videos along the way that maybe it would have been earlier? She was a level 9 to me. I didn't even know her name. I mean, I didn't even know she signed up, honestly, to jump in and train her at that point. And nobody was training her. And so she's just kind of rolled up. So yeah, it's going to help situations like that. My sponsor no longer sells. And my sponsor never trained me. I talked to my sponsor one time after I signed up. That's because I called her. And she
And
really didn't want to
apparently
talk to me.
everybody on Google lately from Broken Arrow doesn't sell because I am getting phone calls like crazy.
Mhm.
Well, you know, and that's some of the people even in this area that are like, well, it's just so flooded, it's just so flooded. I'm like, just stick
Mhm.
with it. Because I have a friend from the bank who had somebody she's always bought from. And she messaged me the other day. And I've never bothered her because I knew she had a consultant and I'm good with that. And she said, hey, you know, my friend's not going to sell anymore, so I'm going to need you. Just stick it out. Like, just.
But that's a good representation of you made people aware that you sold Scentsy without bugging them.
Right.
Yeah. So the first person they thought of was you. Perfect situation.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And I've even noticed it in our general area.
Yeah.
I always preface if I'm talking to somebody, do you have a consultant? Because I never ever would try to take
Right.
a customer forever.
Yeah.
And I am hearing
Yeah.
more and more, well, I used to, or no, I just bought it at a party.
Mhm.
People are becoming a little bit more honest. Initially, all I would hear is, yeah, I have a consultant.
Yeah.
I have a consultant. You know, I mean, adamant, like, don't ask me any more questions. I have a consultant. Now it's like more open. And so to go in line with what Jennifer said, you know, if you're struggling, just hang it out.
Yeah.
Hang out because here's
the
gonna
thing.
evolve.
If people want, let's just talk about the possibilities of income. There are consultants in this company that make more than doctors make. A doctor has to go to school for a bachelor's degree, then get their master's degree. Doctor, I don't know how many years they have to go to school. Let's say it's 10 years to go to school to even open a practice. And they're not going to be paying off those student loans or making bank for another 10 years probably. So we're talking 20 years in the business or 20 years of preparation to make decent money. Yet people sign up with Scentsy and next month want to be making $1,000. A year from now, they want to be making what a doctor makes. It's possible to make a doctor's salary in this business, but it's not going to happen overnight.
Right.
It's not. So just think of, you are starting a business, you are owning a business. It's not going to be an overnight success. And you guys sitting in this room know this. But I think it's on to us to also portray that to new consultants.
And they're not gonna make good money at all. They're gonna make 25% unless they build a team.
Yeah.
And that's where it's at, is making your money, your percentages off your team. Other than that, 25%.
Yeah.
Period.
Definitely. Okay, who's excited about holiday stuff?
Oh my gosh, you have no idea.
So excited. So here's what I really like. So they did the video to showcase the new catalog stuff to everyone, but only those that got to go to Reunion got to see the new holiday stuff. So we got to see all the new holiday stuff. So let's start with talking about harvest stuff first. We have a Day of the Dead warmer, not just the skull, like it's a girl and guy dressed in Day of the Dead costumes. It's going to be freaking amazing.
Dude, that's gonna go like wildfire.
Okay, so think of, who are you going to market that to?
Kristen Stars.
This gives us an open door into our Hispanic market, people.
Yeah.
The Hispanic market in Tulsa, everywhere, but I know especially in Tulsa, is untouched with Scentsy. And here's the thing, their culture as a whole is so tight-knit, family-oriented. If you get a Hispanic consultant on your team, you got an in with that whole culture, that whole family. So use that warmer to market to your Hispanic community. Definitely, definitely, definitely. The Lumina warmer is back. So that was the white pumpkin with the gold stem and gold leaves. Okay, true story. Okay, because they sold out in what, like 3 days last year?
Yeah.
I was doing a Facebook party last night, talking to this one girl. She had no interest in doing a party. She just wanted to buy some stuff. And then she said, hey, I saw on someone's Facebook feed that Lumina was coming back. Can I order it now and give this party credit? And I said, well, unfortunately, I can take a pre-order for it right now. I can't order it until September 1st. But I can take a pre-order for it, but unfortunately there's no way to tie it to this party because, you know, it's going to be a separate date. And she was like, oh, bummer. Well, I missed it last year and I don't want to miss out on it this year. I said, hey, why don't you book a party? I don't care, home party, Facebook party. Turns out she lives in California, so it's going to be a Facebook party. Why don't you book a Facebook party and hopefully you can get it for free? And she was like, oh, that's awesome. So when do we need to do this? I said, well, let's do it the first week of September. She goes, no, I want to close the order on September 1st. I'm not missing out on that warmer again.
Cool.
So we're doing the party August 25th, but it's going to be a fall party, and we're going to close it out on September 1st. Here's what else she told me. I wanted that warmer last year. My consultant had it because she got it early. She promised she would save it for me. It sold out. I called her to get it from her, and she had sold it to someone else.
What?
So here's a chance for me to show two things, empathy and fun. So I reply back with a voice message on Facebook. Did you guys know you could do that? So you don't have to type out a message? I turned on the little microphone and I said, oh, no, she didn't. So I got her laughing about it, and then I said, I'm so sorry that happened to you. We will get you that warmer this year. So threw some humor in and then showed some empathy for what happened. That consultant lost a customer, and I grabbed her up. Happy as day to grab her up. So it's my chance to show her what a true consultant should be like. But that Lumina warmer has already got me a party booking. So yeah, they start September 1st. August 15th, We get
Usually get the flyers. in
Yeah,
August.
usually can order the flyers August 15th. What other ones do you guys remember offhand?
Oh, the maple leaf.
The maple leaf, yes, which we used to have a maple leaf warmer, and I've been asked about it a lot.
This is like an element. Like
Element,
on
yeah.
the table. The-
Yeah.
It's like a little candy dish kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cute.
What other ones do you guys remember?
Uh,
Oh, and we have the spider clip now. Spider bunny clip.
okay.
Are there gonna be any more Halloweeny ones, or they all fall in the
Uh-huh.
Day of the Dead one?
I'll have to look. Y'all talk.
All right.
Okay.
So let's jump into holiday. So that's available to order October 1st. So I would assume those flyers will be ready September 1st. There's a new Santa Claus. He's super cute. So let's talk ornaments. 2 different ornament options. The first is, it's a little penguin buddy clip, but it's in this plastic ball thing. So it can be an ornament, but then it's a buddy clip, and it's the penguin, and it's super duper cute. So as another aspect of ornaments, so last year we launched the fragrance ornaments, and it was just a snowflake in the 2 fragrances. Well, this year you have 2 cutesy ornaments in the 2 fragrances. So they have a little bitty mason jar or a little bitty owl. And you can order the mason jar in both the pine or the cranberry, or the owl in both the pine or the cranberry. So they're cutesy. Jump in.
That's in the regular one. No, I was looking, okay, we've got the little fright, that's not Fright Night, the little cat, is that Fright Night? Yes.
Oh, jeez.
I didn't even see all these.
You didn't?
Oh, there's a like Reimagine where you
Yeah.
color it, but it's Halloween.
Pumpkin.
Tricks.
Is that's not Fright Night, is it?
No,
Okay,
that's a
the
fun
new
one.
Yeah, okay,
The acorn.
yes.
Okay, you'll just have to visit. Oh my gosh, the truck.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh, the truck. So it's a vintage red Ford pickup truck with a Christmas tree in the back.
You can take the Christmas tree
You can
out.
take the tree out of it after Christmas. It is
Love that.
so adorable. If you guys have been to my house at Christmas time, like, it's going right there. It's going right there.
I
I'm so
forgot the
excited about it.
origami gift ball.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Was in it.
Yeah, so that's an ornament too, right?
Yeah.
So it's like an origami cardboard ball thing, but it has the little, yeah, you like that? But it has the little scent pods in it that, like we had in the book last year, and
But it's an ornament?
Yeah.
That's really cool.
but it has scent stuff in it. Do we have the advent calendar again this year?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And the little book, I saw it. Little book of
Fable.
fragrance. Yeah,
Tail books.
yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
those
here's
sold
the
good for
same.
you guys last year? Those books? I should carry.
This one is gorgeous.
Oh, yeah.
No way.
So what I love about both the harvest and the holiday is they went cutesy, retro, trendy, but then they also went classy, gorgeous. So you've got everything in between. So you've got a broad spectrum of who you can market these to. But so that's going to be super fun. Of course, we always do well with that stuff. But remember, with harvest and holiday, it is while supplies last. So if something sells out, they're not going to make more. So like this instance of my Lumina warmer, I'm going to order it on September 1st because I'll be darned if I let that happen to her again. So just make sure that you're letting people know that it is while supplies last. Okay, so
Go right. Tell her to go
Yeah,
right.
holiday things are on September 1st.
September 1st, you can order them. Yes. No, harvest
Just
on
harvest.
September 1st. Holiday on October 1st.
Okay.
Yeah, so they try to market us 2 separate
You
seasons.
took great pictures. I didn't even get near that.
Okay, so we've already been here 2 hours and we haven't even talked about Mel Robbins or John Addison
Oh, my
Or
God.
what's coming up
Yeah.
or what's coming up.
Monday, or August 1st.
Oh, well, that wasn't from Reunion though.
No.
Okay, so I just want to touch really quick on Mel Robbins. If you don't know who that is, I did not know who she was. And she is a reporter for CNN, but she will change your business. She has a new book coming out. It's not out yet, but you will hear a lot of Scentsy consultants talking about 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mel Robbins talked about how fear will stop you dead in your tracks. So here's just a couple quotes that I have of hers that like totally rocked my world. One is, knowing what you need to do is not enough. That just makes you smart, but it won't change your life. Doing it will change your world, but doing it takes courage. So we know what we need to do. We know we need to have a booking list, but gosh darn it, I hate those things, and so I'm not going to do it. We know that we need to talk to the people at the steak place that we go to every day, but what if they say no? What if they think I'm weird for asking? These things go over in our heads, and it stops us from success. I mean, let's not even in your Scentsy business. I know I need to lose weight. I know I would be healthier if I lost weight. But what if I try and I fail? That fear will stop you dead in your tracks. When you stop to think, greatness feels scary. We know what we need to do to be a good Scentsy consultant. We know what we need to do to be a good wife, to be a good mother, to be healthy. We know these things, and everyone in this room is set up for greatness. You guys can be great. But greatness is scary, so we don't do what we need to do because of fear or because of worry. Did you know that 95% of your decisions are based on how you feel? 95% of what we do is based on how we feel. That's a lot. Hesitation will kill your dreams. We all know that, especially if you've done goal setting before and you didn't achieve what you wrote down. If you stop to think about something or hesitate on something, you won't do it. And if you don't do it, you can't find success. And here's what I loved. I want to like plaster this huge. Your success is your responsibility. Yep. It's not your sponsor's responsibility. It's not your director's responsibility. It's not your downline's responsibility. It's not your customer's responsibility. It's your responsibility. So she talked a lot about 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And basically what that is when you start to feel fear, just say, nope, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and do it. Because if you stop and think, you'll stop yourself from doing it. So it's one of those, you know, she talked about how in one point of her life, she was in this huge depression. Her husband's business was failing. And she had these kids at home that were driving her crazy. And she didn't even want to get out of bed. And she would stay in bed until 10 o'clock, just thinking about everything she needed to do but didn't want to do. And she was laying in bed one morning and she knew everything that she needed to do. And she was, oh, in 5 more minutes, I'll get up. In 10 more minutes, I'll get up. And she said, nope, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And she stood up. And once she was standing, it was easy to do everything else she needed to do in her day. And that's what it is for your business too. When you stop to hesitate, that's when your success of your business will die. So don't hesitate. If you get that thought to talk to someone, just do it. Just do it.
I just said to redirect. Like if you do hesitate,
Uh-huh.
you start thinking, okay, blah, blah, or like basically being ADD, you know,
Uh-huh.
oh, dude, well, I'm over here now. And she's like, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, redirect.
Yeah.
And I told her to done that.
I'm so bad about in cleaning my house. I'll be like, I'm gonna get this room clean, and I'll start sweeping, and then I'll see a little pile of crap over here that, oh, I gotta put that stuff up, and I'll stop sweeping to go put that stuff up when, gosh darn it, finish sweeping first. Yeah, it's the exact same thing that we do in our business. I do it in my office all the time. I'm gonna sit down and write recognition cards. So let me pull up my performance tab and see who gets cards. Oh, look at this. Oh, look what's on Facebook right now. Yeah, totally. So, but her book it's called 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's not out yet. But if you get on Amazon, you can pre-order it. I already found it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How much is it? You remember?
I don't know, probably
No,
15 to 20. I don't know.
Oh, that's not bad.
Not bad. But she's amazing, and
I was the best out of the whole thing.
I'm hoping that she'll be at leadership too, Delinda.
really tight. But I'm going.
I have a good feeling she'll be there. Well, I'll talk to you about that
I
later.
can't do August and January. I mean, leadership in January in New York.
I've been there in November. It's fun. Okay, John Addison. So this is a good old Southern country boy, and he had the most amazing accent ever. But I can't really tell you much about him because I had to leave to go prep for something else. So
My favorite quote,
tell me.
leaders are made at events.
Oh yes, I did write that one down, but I didn't write down who said it. I guess he said it. So it's basically, Julie, the same thing that Lindsay's been telling you, get to meetings. Because once you get to a meeting, you'll be like, oh, I'm so tied into this. Yeah, leaders are born at events. So work your booty off to get your people to events.
Well, I don't remember how he put it. I didn't remember my book with me, but I'm pretty sure it's news. That was talking about how the whole leader's being made, but you don't stand out in every day. It's when things go wrong that your leadership comes out. Your whatever that is special about you comes out, because it's easy to be great when everything's going fine.
Mm-hmm.
But when everything's not is when I'm more of that person. I'm more of like everything's fine and I'm off and all in. But when things get bad, I'll be right there and I'll organize it and I'll freak out later.
Yeah.
I mean, after the fact, everything's fine, and then I will cry like, you know, everybody's fine, no tornado killed anybody. I did that with my sister. I was so freaked out. She was in the Joplin tornado.
Oh.
I didn't even know. She texted me, she's fine. What do you mean she's fine? We were watching a movie, we had no idea what was going on. She's got Ashley, which is my nephew. Oh, God, and I called her, and she tells me everything. Got off the phone with her in tears. My husband was like, what's wrong? She's fine. She's fine. So I'm after, but I'm that way. In crisis, I can, okay, this is what needs to, but when everything's fine, I'm like, oh, we're all good. I'm okay. You guys got this.
Mickey's got something.
Yeah, I just wrote down some stuff that he said. Be a daily goal setter and a daily goal getter. And he listed some things that he thought were really instrumental in moving forward. One of the things he said, you get old talking about what you did rather than what you were doing. Decide who you are, build on your strengths, focus on what you can control, develop a peaceful core, be a lighthouse, not a weather vane. A leader is great when they lead, when things get tough, and I think that's what they just said. You have to have thick skin and keep on. Don't work so hard. Be authentic. Your success is not attached to your leader's actions.
Mm-hmm.
Be your team's biggest cheerleader, which Jamie's already expounded upon. And then he ended with share your song and fight like crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's
good.
the thing. We had 2 main speakers this year. And honestly, this is my 6th convention I've gone to. And there's always been one speaker that I really liked, but the others I was like, can take it or leave it. These 2 were both amazing. I sat in for like 10 minutes of John Addison's before I had to leave. And it was a situation, Paul and I were like, I don't want to leave. I don't want to walk out, but I had to prep for something else. And I don't know that I've ever felt like that with a speaker at convention, like upset that I had to leave the room. Like normally it's like,
O'Leary did that.
John.
yeah, John O'Leary was magical, and John Maxwell. I mean, there's always been one at a convention, but to have both of them that way, absolutely amazing. John Addison has a book as well. What I really enjoyed about John Addison is that he's just a good old boy.
Yeah.
I mean, if you hear him talk, he has the biggest Southern drawl twang from Alabama.
He sounds like a Southern preacher.
Yeah.
Like
I think he's a pastor.
yeah, he sounds like awesome.
Some things he said, it was obvious he was a Christian, but I think he's a preacher. John Maxwell's a preacher. But I think
And
he was too.
see, to me, I get more inspired from Orville Thompson.
Really.
Every year, I just I am moved with every time he speaks. He's
He's an amazing speaker.
he is.
An amazing speaker. Okay, so if you were at convention, look into those books. I'm getting those books.
How do
And
you
I'm
spell
at
his last
convention.
name?
Addison. And it's something like 10,
What, the name of the book?
yeah,
Let me write, I think I wrote it
10
down.
laws for fighters.
Oh, that's, no, I'm not. I just,
Way to go.
I just
Nick.
grabbed it.
Way to go.
and no, it's called Real Leadership.
Oh, I was totally wrong. I said leaders. There, I got part of it. Real leadership. And it has his picture. It's like a white cover and it has him on the
Yeah,
front.
this is what he looks like. He's just a good old boy.
But I'm excited to get those books. So, okay, so here's in my notes. It says bottom line takeaway. Here's of all of convention this year, this is what I got through every single session. Find what you're good at and capitalize on it. Not everyone is going to run this business the same way. And that's okay. And you know, Paul and I, you guys might not realize this, but he's very instrumental in my business and in what I do for you guys, because we talk through everything. I might be the face of what I'm doing, but we hash out everything. And on the way home, he's like, oh, we should think about doing this, we should think about doing this, we should think about doing this. And I just looked at him and I said, okay, babe, here's the deal. Those things that you're mentioning are brilliant ideas. That's not what I do. I'm not good at that. I would have to research that to do it. And let's face it, I'm not going to. So I'm going to take what I'm good at and I'm going to roll with it. My strengths are one-on-one, face-to-face conversations. So I'm going to capitalize that on keep doing home parties and keep doing events. If I can get in front of a person, I can sell them stuff or I can get them on my team. But then I also need to work with the millennials. We were taught a lot about millennials at convention this year. I know that millennials, here's the thing, millennials have a bad rap. Everyone thinks that millennials are lazy, that they don't want to do things, that they're different. I'm a borderline millennial, so I'm a little,
What are the millennials? Me?
36 is the oldest.
35.
19 to 35 or 36, right in there. They want the same things as us. They want connection. They want to feel like a family. They want this stuff, but they also are very technology driven. But here's the thing, just because they're technology driven doesn't mean they don't want that connection. So that's why I love videos online. Delinda's the queen of Facebook Live. I think that's powerful. My Facebook parties, I have tied in so much video, and it's not corporate video, it's a video of me on my Facebook parties. I've now tied in Facebook Live with my Facebook parties, so they can have that connection with me. I love the voice messenger on Facebook, so now I don't have to type out stuff on Facebook. I can click that microphone and talk into it, and they can hear my voice. They can hear my inflection. Things are misunderstood through words on a screen. But if they hear your voice or see your face and conveying it, it's as good as we can get for a one-on-one conversation with someone in California. So use the tool that you have. So those are things that I'm good at, but maybe you're not good at those things. But figure out what you are good at. I wish I was good on computer analytics, because gosh darn it, I'd be pulling up in Google right at the top of the list. But that ain't my thing. It confuses me. It pisses me off because I don't know how to do it right. So I might hire someone to do that for me, but I ain't doing it. So find whatever you're good at. And if you don't know what your strengths are, ask people that are close to you. Ask your spouse, ask your kids, ask your mom what you're good at if you have a hard time figuring it out. Once you figure out what you're good at, figure out how to work it into your business. And if you get to that point and you're like, I don't know how to make this work, call me. You figure out your strengths, I'll tell you how to market your business on those strengths. But did you get the same feel? Everyone's song is going to be different. So find out what your song is or what your strength is and run with it. What was your major takeaway, Mickey, from reunion?
Oh my gosh, it had to be, everything was just dynamic, but it had to have been Mel Robbins, the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So stepping out and just doing things.
Just doing it, because had that not been in my forethought, I never would have approached that nutrition shop. Never. I would have never said anything.
Awesome. What was your major takeaway?
Like I said, oral. I mean, he just,
His keynote.
yes, he just.
And that is typically linked on YouTube, so if you guys weren't there, you can do it.
Yeah.
Lindsay, what was your takeaway?
I've heard, I like yours. Just, finding your strengths, figuring out, don't compare yourself to other consultants because I'm not going to run my business the way you do because I'm not you.
Mhm.
But I'm going to do things that you don't.
Mhm.
And in line with the whole millennials thing, I mean, I think it also depends on the range of millennial. Like the younger kids are more like I'm at the beginning of the millennials, but I don't. Alan's computers. I'm not computers.
Uh-huh.
They are too. But my strength is him, and I can go do that.
Yeah.
Hey, you. So that's exactly it. Like, use your resources. Don't put so much on you. It's the whole work smarter, not harder.
Uh-huh.
So figure out if it's not my strength, well, it's somebody's strength.
Right.
So,
Delegation, baby.
yes.
Yeah, I had a hard time with that because when I first joined, I saw all these people doing all this stuff that I admired and thought, oh, I need to do that. Oh, I need to do that. There's no way I can do everything.
I still fight that though.
I do too.
And I have to remind myself, but I do this better than that person.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I think we all, even in life, we fight that. Angie, what was your major takeaway?
Mine was probably learning that leaders like yourself and the top leaders, that they had the same thoughts that I had been having. Like, I can't do this. I'm not good enough. I don't know how to lead. I can't lead. I've been having those thoughts, and I learned that they just fought through it, fought the fear, and they had those same thoughts.
And we still do every day.
Yeah.
We still do every day. I have hundreds on my team, and I still think sometimes like, oh, holy crap, why did they look to me? Really.
They have to realize it also on our own business working, we start at zero every month, just like everybody else. We have to get our PRD, and we have to have at least a 500. And if we don't have parties lined up or whatever, we still have to work our business.
Yeah. I was talking to Debbie Mangum. You know who that is? Mm-hmm. I think she's in the founder circle. But quite a few years ago, she's someone that I looked up to big time. And I saw her at a convention. It might have been in Texas, so my first convention. And I walked up to her and I was just kind of awestruck by her. I was like, I want to be like you. I want to do the things that you do. I want to be in your shoes someday. And she said, honey, I put on my panties one leg at a time just like you do. Mine are just a little bit bigger. But she's a little bit larger than me. But that struck me, and I remind myself of that all the time when I look to these superstar directors that I want to be like. There's nothing that's different about me and them. Everyone's different, but I can achieve exactly what they achieve. And do remind yourself of that all the time. There's nothing that you can't achieve.
Up to you too.
Yeah.
I'm just shocked. There was a guy, because I do periscopes, and there's a guy on Periscope that follows me, and it was his goal to meet me. And he searched me out, and finally his director, who had gone to boot camp with, she was like, well, you please meet him at this time. He's driving me nuts. We're looking for you. And so then we did the Periscope together and had a blast.
Yeah.
But,
I love to see that.
Yeah.
But I was just like, why? It amazes me.
Yeah. You're just inspirational.
You really are. I don't think you realize you're a breath of fresh air.
Absolutely.
You really are.
Yeah.
Like, you are. You are.
I get excited.
Well,
But you're
you're,
so real.
you're passionate, but you're
Yeah.
passionate about everything. It's not
Yeah.
just Scentsy. It's not just.
We have fun.
You never doubt what Delinda's thinking. That's
No.
what I love.
That's true.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and stop the broadcast. And that's everything I have prepared.